Hey, what it is? It's your boy, and we're live. We are live at 9:35. I'm 5 minutes late, so whatever the penalty that was, y'all have earned it. My bad. There was no penalty. So, really quick, just before I jump into it, I just want to tell you guys it's been a very long year. And it's only been 6 months, so not exactly fond of the start. We've had a lot of setbacks, which I talked about on my Substack yesterday. Excuse me. But if you read the Substack yesterday, hi. Sorry, I have my daughter wants to be on the stream. You want to be on the stream? No. Oh, okay. Well, the last time that you guys saw me, I had my kids with me. Now they don't want to be on here with me no more. You guys scared them off. You can hear them both talk about this, but they don't want to be on it by themselves. Anyway, so if you read the Substack, had a lot of sub setbacks. I will say candidly that Kill the Idol, Save the Girl was supposed to launch last month, but a lot of things happened prior to that, between April and now. So, but we're just gonna go ahead and ignore all that because Kill the Idol, Save the Girl is launching tomorrow morning, and you get to see a preview and ask questions and even tailor make the campaign right now. So if you see a tier that you want, or maybe a tier that you don't want, or maybe you want just a little bit more for your buck, this is the best time to ask for it. So without further ado, I'm also on my other laptop, so I'm getting used to the setup. I had it set up differently on there. I don't have it set up here, so it's going to be a minute. But let's go ahead and get that going right now. I'm not planning on making this one really long. I was gonna play a superhero themed game on top of this one, and I found one. It's a game called Injustice. You guys have probably never heard of it, but I just don't feel it's necessary for the time that I want to spend on this. So, but if you guys happen to go, wait, we want that, then I'll go play it. Simple as that. So. Let me make sure that this is on the screen. This is on the screen. This is. I wish I had two windows. Hold on. I could make that happen. Kinda. No. Okay. I could make it happen if I wanted to. It's all in my mind. Okay. So I guess I'll just go back and forth then. And whatever someone's saying, I'll just have to guess. I really could make this both. There we are. Now I got both. Now I can see the chat and I can mess with the screen. Okay, so this is the main campaign page, which I have under preview for Kill the Idol, Save the Girl. So I'll give me 1 second. I'm also sipping on this very fine zero sugar mug root beer. Scroll. So, Kill the Idol, Save the Girl is our very first foray into the superhero genre. Something that I really didn't want to do for a couple years because I didn't know how I wanted to do it, but I figured it out. And apparently, a lot of people kind of jumped on that. We are at 102 pre-launch followers. We've been stuck at about around maybe 84 for about 3-4 months. Most of it's because I haven't been advertising it. So the moment I jumped on the advertising, boom, everybody kind of popped on. So hooray for that. So Kill the Idol, Save the Girl is the byline is after tragedy reshapes her life, one woman protects what she has left while the world places its faith in something she doesn't trust. So it is a superhero story by nature, but it's not a superhero story by narrative. You follow main character Daria Carmichael, who is a child of tragedy. Her parents and a large majority of Renegade City are obliterated by a unknown value. We do not know in the story what it is, but it is something of a random occurrence, and the city kind of just brushes off to the side. 10 years later, a hero is now emerging over Redgate City, and it's their protector. So everybody is in awe of the superhero except for our main character, who hasn't had the time to truly grieve and to truly grasp the situation at hand. So this is the main cover right here. I will say that the artist put his foot in here. I inherently love everything. It was, if you want to know a little backstory, the artist for this book worked on a couple of Marvel properties, a lot of them being Marvel fan properties, and then one of them I think just got picked up. So we'll have to see how that goes. But he is a Marvel artist by and by, and I happened to get in contact with him. Really, I can't even say it was on purpose. It was, we were just in like the right spot, right time. Oh, I it's not even coming through the mic. He's just making noise. So just like with Braveheart Exile, I made this nice little graphic, really cool graphic, and oh, there goes Mr. X. Mr. X is in the house. If you okay, well, I'll scroll back up. I was talking about how the artist for this comic, who he goes by the name Via, but the artist for this comic works or is working currently for Marvel. He may be debuting. I think either it's a cover or he's doing interiors by at least next year, not the year after. We haven't spoken directly on that, but that's what he's got going on right now. But yeah, this is essentially a Marvel-esque artist, and that's just what you do when you make superhero stories. So, but yeah, just like with Braveheart, I made a graphic because I felt like adding pages, like adding like straight pages on the campaign page. It's neat. It looks pretty cool. It gets to the point, but it's not really as eye catching or creative to me. People have told me different. But so here's this really long graphic of a couple of the pages and panels that were really important for the um, original point of the whole story. So and this will be on the page. Like, this is like, if you don't see it now or somehow you miss it now, then you'll see it when we launch tomorrow morning. But essentially, you see right here, there is our main character with her genius dad and her mom, and she's just a little bit of a daddy's girl, and he is a high man of virtue, a high man of intellect, and he's trying to teach her primarily about what it means to be, selfless, with his dream for Redgate City. So he is what you would think a Superman person would look like if he was just a human. And of course, he gets destroyed with everybody else. Daria survives, but it's left her in a state of substantial grief. She never really gets over it. And then 10 years later, she's being forced to continuously live in this world where nothing is making sense, but people are forced to move on regardless. So, and I know I don't have any previews for Gal Titan. It seems like, as somebody who's on the main cover, that she's like secondary. I don't want to treat her as secondary. Her reveal in the story is so much better than what I could put on the preview pages. So no, Not gonna give you that right now. Also, let me know if I'm coming in because I'm coming in. I'm on a different computer. I'm not on my other laptop, which has all of my mic settings on. So I don't know if this mic is good. So let me know if I'm coming in all the way. If I'm not coming in, and I've just been talking the whole time and no one can hear me, I'm gonna be pissed. I see my little bubble going up and down, so I must be heard. Who knows? So this is a 24-page superhero comic. You saw above there is no number. Okay, thank you. So you can hear me. So this is Kill the Idol, Save the Girl. It did say number one. It did say number. It is a series, but I want to produce this book, and then depending on the reception during the campaign, and then after the campaign, will we get another one? I am trying to be cautious with the time I have, with the resources I have, because I feel like people can get caught up on a story that not many people will sit for the long run on. So I want to see if this is one of those, and if it's not, then I'll just leave it at that, because it does end on a one-shotty type end. It's not a cliffhanger per se, but it does have a semi-definitive end. If I were to end it here, I don't plan to. I hope not to, but whatever happens, happens. But yeah. So 24-page superhero comic. There will be a lot of neat introductory things that will be added to the book. I plan to add a little bit. I might even add a couple sketches. I think we have some from creating this character. And this right here, of course, as I'm further down, this is Gal Titan. So this is Daria's point of contention in this story. And people will kind of feel like, okay, well, she must have some type of ulterior motive. Well, you're gonna have to find out. She may not. She may. But this is her cover done by Joe the Cup. Joe the Cup is a phenomenal, long-standing artist for Crystal Link. He's probably been on every single book that we've ever made. I do believe. I don't think, did he miss one? Okay, so he did miss one. He's not on Braveheart, which he may have been busy. I don't remember, but he's been on every single book that we've had in some capacity. So that's my guy through and through. He's vetted, he's goated. He'll always be on our list of artists for covers. And also, just like with Braveheart, I am doing a one variant cover series. I'm not going to slather you with a bunch of covers. I like to have less covers. I feel like having more covers in the long run just is messy, because then you kind of like you don't truly know what's going to sell. Sometimes the covers that I think people would buy the most of end up being like the least bought one. And that's the one I spent the most money on. But then like a cover that I had on a, third thought process all of a sudden is like the highest one. It's happened on Jazz a couple times. So add-ons, like I said, so this is add-on, or you can just get the tier for it. So add-ons. So just like with everything else, every other book that we've done is currently going to be available for the series or for this campaign. So I've had people tell me that they wanted a physical copy of like Jazz 1, 2, whatever. It's like, all right, cool. You're going to have to. And then B just showed up. My homie just showed up in the chat. You're late. You were supposed to be here 5 hours ago. I was supposed to be here 2 months ago. So, So we're both late. But yeah, so you can get Jazz 1, 2, and 3, and you can even read here what it's about. I really did not add. It's missing details. I'll probably go back and fix it, or I'll probably go back and put it in. But this is a like teen rated story. B says happy late Father's Day. Thank you. That's the least you can do. You owe me $7. You owe me whatever is in your wallet. So and then we got Jazz 1, 2, and 3. If you did not, if you're not following along with Dream Match right now, I really do not know what you're doing at all. Also, B is always doing the job that nobody asked for, and it's just a thankless hero. So thank you for the link. The link is in her comment, which I can I pin that? I don't know what I just did. I think I pinned it. I've been unemployed. Oh, geez. Okay, well, we'll talk about that later on. But yeah, so if you're not following Dream Match Revolution right now, this is the good time to do it. This has been by far one of my favorite stories from us, if not my favorite one, 100%. So, but yeah, no, Dream Match 1 and 2 is going to be on the campaign available. These are all add-ons that you can get on top of your pledge. Not in StreamYard. Yeah, I'm not on the app. I mean, I'm not on YouTube mediating, so I'm kind of just whatever happens. Good Blood Money is on here too, which Good Blood Money 2 is on the way. Might be released this year, might be released next year. I went into this whole thing this year where I was like, I'm gonna follow a schedule. I'm gonna be and then I realized that schedules really don't follow me. So we will have to see when that comes out. But Good Blood Money is on here, and that is our M-rated, M for mature. So it's got language, it's got you know what I'm saying? It's got all of the makings of a mature book. Chris, you came up in my recommended for the first time. Hell yeah! Great to see you too. Sometimes the recommended works when it does. So YouTube now loves me. B says it's been one of those years. I have to talk to you. It has been. It's like last year was a sign that this year was gonna suck a little bit. So I wish it was like 2024 again when everything was just coming up gravy, but shit happens. Okay, so Braveheart Exile, which Braveheart is our first full colored comic book, and that's the one that people really jumped on. So of course I'm trying to come back with another colored one, which by the way, if you didn't already notice, yes, Kill the Idol, Save the Girl is going to be fully colored. I know you see here Good Blood Money, Dream Match Revolution, and Jazz are all in manga screen tone, but that's just a style. So, thank you. It is a nice cover. I wish I can go back and resell the Trigon cover, which by the way, the Trigon cover is one of the stickers, which is further down. I'll show you in a second. This year is still sucking. I'm hoping mid-year is better. Mid-years now. What you want to say you hope is that you hope that the second part of this year gets better, and it should. We have to make it good, and I feel like we will. So, but yeah, stickers. Unfortunately, I don't have any new stickers for Kill the Idol, Save the Girl. I thought about doing stickers. Stickers just never came to me to mind. I just didn't. I couldn't find a idea I liked. And one of the things I hate is I hate to spend the money to get the art to print the stickers just to find out that the sticker just doesn't really sell. So I have enough stickers in my back that I should just be able to just use these. If this book does pretty well, then I promise you right now, and I'm saying I'll say it on stream right now. I'm saying right now, you can go back and timestamp it at 1941. If this campaign does a specific amount, then and the amount will be allotted by me. It'll be very fair. If it does a specific amount during the campaign and the reception after the book is finished and sent out is positive, that I can do a second one, then the second campaign will have stickers for this issue and the next issue. So you're going to be getting double the stickers. So I'm going to probably have up to six stickers for Kill the Idol, Save the Girl too. So just bear with me now, and then we'll do it later. That's my wish to you right now. Wait, you can't do the Trigon? No. All of my variant covers, which funny enough, right there is the Trigon cover for Braveheart Exile. All of my variant covers, once those campaigns are done, I do not sell the variants anymore. However, I have been talked to and I have been convinced by specific people in my circle, especially when we come back for Jazz. I'm going to allow a vote at some point, and if specific covers win the vote, then I'll bring them back as variants, but just for that one time. So if you're looking for a variant cover that you missed out on, I will let you get back on that, but you're going to have to vote, and you're going to have to make sure that the one that you vote for wins. I don't know how you're going to do that, but you better get on that whenever that happens. I'll give you a hint. Next year, I still have that server. Which one? What server? You must have misheard me, or I must have said something while you were typing. I don't know what server. So, but yeah. So here are all the stickers, and I put them in all in one long graphic, and they're all named. So when you go on the circle, I still have that circle. If it's what you think, no, I don't have a circle anymore of the one that you're thinking about. It's literally just two people. Honestly, just one person, but I feel like two is a better way to say it. Because if I don't include the one, then I'll get yelled at by the other one. So both. But yeah, so you can get and I don't have them like I should have put them in order, but here are the Dream Match stickers here. Jazz, Braveheart, Jazz. And then the logos are down here. I really could have got a logo for Kill the Idol, Save the Girl, but like I said, I want to be real reserved on this one. So we're not going to do too much extra on this one. I really want to see what you guys think about the whole thing by itself. So, but yeah, so there, and then of course the writer creator, and I'm going. This is not like finalized because I still have to credit Joe the Cup. So this is just like what I have now. So I'll probably do that tonight, before I get off of here. But I see people just showed up into the stream. Why is I can't look at my rewards. Duh, right here. All right, so let's look at the rewards, and then of course I'll go back over the campaign, and then I'll answer questions. So rewards, there is the Kill the Idol, Save the Girl digital, which just gets you the digital. For some reason, if you want to get the digital and get the digital deluxe, you can. They're right there. I'm reading this. I'm reading this all backwards over here, so you can't. My bad. But so there's the So here's the digital. It's just literally a 24-page PDF sent to you. You have it. It's done. And then of course for the add-ons, you can get my backlog in digital form only. So once you get digital, you cannot get physical. You have to commit to that. And then the deluxe. If you've ever backed any of my books on Kickstarter, once you get the deluxe, you get the book. The digital book itself. You get any and all covers, all digital, and then usually I create a podcast that's exclusive to this tier. However, this one I wanted to do something fun, something that I planned to do for Dream Match Revolution that I never got to do because time just kind of fell apart. but I'm going to do a instead of a podcast, I'm going to do a audio interview with the actual hero of Kill the Idol, Save the Girl. So I will be speaking with Gal Titan, and it is going to be probably one of my favoriteest things to do that I'll do this year under the Crystal banner. And now there will be people that are going to be like, "You're going to talk to a fictional character?" Yeah, I will, and it'll be fun. But then, so then you can get, of course, all the digitals of all my prior books. Someone's gonna ask me where's TNT, and I'm gonna tell them once again that's a one and done thing. Don't ask me about that. So there's cover A. Cover A, $15. Everything ships, by the way. This whole campaign should I put November. I gave it a wide berth. We might be done prior to that month. Who knows? Yeah, I might be shipping this out in like October, maybe September. Who knows? But that's just like the wide berth I want to give myself, and I do believe we can hit it. So we'll be okay. But yeah, Kill the Idol, Save the Girl, cover A, $15, easy. And then of course with that you can get was TNT last month. TNT was 2 months ago. And that one was just a physical only campaign because I've never done a campaign for it, and I figured I'd just pop one out because why not? And it was fun, and it's done. And I still have copies somehow. So because some of the people did not put in their surveys and whatnot. So it happens. So with the add-ons for physicals now you can get access to all of our stickers, and then you can get access to the physical books that are on our back, and then you can get access to our digitals. So everything is everything right here and there. Cover B is just $5 more. It's always the surveys, dude. So I'll make this short. I collected the money from Kickstarter, and then on the same day, because it takes you 2 weeks to get everything cleared. So after I got the money, I'm like, how many books do I order? Because nobody has filled out a survey. Like, this is kind of weird. I never sent them things out, so I had to hey, send those out ASAP. I kind of messed that up, and then people did, and then people didn't. So whatever happens, happens. So Gal Titan cover. Get the Gal Titan cover. I'll just say that right. I'll say this right now. This is going to be a limited cover. I put it at 50. So there will be it's 50, and once that 50 is gone, I'm not bringing this cover back up on the campaign. Sometimes I do, depending on a certain tier. Oh, I do have. Okay, ask questions on ask anything. Ask questions and then I answer. I'll answer them as I go along because I got people who just showed up in the stream, so I'm gonna go back through and show them the whole spiel in the very beginning. But yeah, so this like I said, limited quantities. I'm probably going to lessen this down to 30. I don't know. I think 50 is a good number because I don't think I've ever gotten 50 of one cover. So it's kind of a wide berth. But people really like superheroes. So I don't know. So you can get all this with the campaign, and it's gonna be great. However, people who want to get both covers can get both covers. So you're not kind of like paralysis of which one do I get? Get both. I even have it featured, so it'll come up first on the tiers. I'm also looking at this campaign as I go along because I might add some things to it. I'm not convinced yet, but we'll have to see. And then finally, the Crystal Ink bundle is right here. So if you grab this campaign, if you grab this tier, you get all three jazzes, both dream matches, good blood money, Braveheart Exile, and Kill the Idol, Save the Girl. And so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8 books. That is 8 books coming to you. That's a lot of book. So definitely, this is a big tier to get. This tier actually, whenever I drop it on campaigns, this one kind of goes like people come in and they come in late, or they come in and then they see that I have a large backlog and they just want they like indie, they like stories. So I tend to deliver those pretty well. And then of course you can get even extra add-ons, like the stickers. I don't have normally I would have a tier for like a collectors for like everything in the campaign, but I don't have keychains, I don't have stickers on this one. So that's unfortunate for people who like to get those on like a tier. Also, this is a $1,000 goal, so which I do believe, given my track record, I can hit that pretty easy. It's the shit after the fact that gets tricky. Who knows? So, to the people who just showed up in the campaign or in the live, first of all, thank you for showing up. By the way, thank you guys for showing up. I kind of just dropped this on you guys like this morning. I've had this live stream up for about 3 days, but I tend to just drop things and just be like, here you go. But no, this is the when the campaign drops tomorrow, this is what the page will look like. I have the variant cover as the title page. I have the main page. I have this very nice quote here that I just kind of made up, which it gives the whole tone of the story itself. I got a notification 30 minutes ago. Yeah, I posted it on my Instagram. I posted it on my Substack. I posted it on damn near everywhere. So everybody has it. So, and then people kind of like show up and like watch it on demand, which is cool too. I don't get to like talk to them, but they show up late, and then it's like they'll talk to me in the past as if I'm still here, which reminds me, hey, person who came in late, how you doing there? Now they feel included. So here is what the interior of the book will look like in terms of style, of color, just in general. If you have not been on Instagram, you might want to look back at my Instagram right now because it's been popping. I've figured out how to make it work, and now it's just buttery. It's hella buttery. Yes, make time to go back. But yeah, no. Here's a little blurb about the whole story, and like I've stated 800 times, it is in full color, and it is the second book of our in our lot to have full color, and it's our first superhero book. So definitely, I know it says right here that this 24-page superhero comic blends between romance, action, and thriller as we get into chase the narrative dipped into misguided paranoia. I have promotion on Insta. I do. It's on my story. I posted a reel. I tagged. I do all that kind of stuff. I know I have a audience on YouTube, but I feel like YouTube does the job for me when I go live or whatever. Supposedly. Yes, he has promotion on Insta. Yeah. Instagram is my most active. I don't know why I'm thinking about it. Because I think it's because like how the question was worded. I don't know. I will second guess everything. I am in the wrong state of mind to be making absolutes right now. Especially because I have to go back and add shit. You don't have to. Okay, I guess if you want to do that, no, you don't have to do that. My link tree is in my YouTube account to go to my Instagram. Maybe I'll start adding that shit to everything. I don't think I might have to hire you to do all this for me because you'll do it. But yeah, so where was I at? Damn, you made me forget. This 24-page superhero comic blends between romance, action, and thriller. So there is a romance. No, it's in my actual bio of YouTube, which means they would have to go and click on my. Yeah, okay, so that is too much work. You're right. You're right. It's not in the description. It should be. I am royally fucking up. That's fine. But anyway, yeah, there is a romance subplot because Daria, our main character, her only weight that she has in the world that she gets placed upon herself is, her girlfriend. So she has created a danger within herself with this new hero that is, over Redgate City. Hi, more people have showed up into the live stream. I guess I'll just keep this up. That way, it looks like when people come in, they can go boom, look at that, and then they can see without having to wait for me to go back up. So, let me know how this looks. This I like this a lot. I like this a lot. I wish I had this guy's, and this is via, but I wish I had this guy's other work they did for his like Marvel like fan comic, because his fan comic is crazy. And my dual streaming, it's been 3 for some time. It jumps, so I'm not dual streaming, but occasionally the number will show up different for you guys than it is for me, because like there was like a minute ago it was like 5, no, it was like 6, and then it was on 6 for like a long time. So I don't know. I don't know. I know nothing. So that is the preview for. Here, I'll leave it on this one. That is the preview of the campaign for Kill the Idol, Save the Girl. I will open it up. StreamYard added new features is not entirely correct. Yeah, StreamYard, unless I'm paying for it, it's not going to do anything for me that I want. But I'm not paying for it. So, is there any questions about the campaign? Any questions about the book itself? Things that you like, things that were not clear, things that you want me to add. I'm going to open it up. And if they're constructive enough, I'll even work on them tonight. I'll work on them right here. Matter of fact, I might even do it live just because I wanna like wake up in the morning, go to my computer, log in, and just hit like launch and just launch this bad boy, and then not deal with it. Do I have stretch goals in this campaign? New covers? No. There's not a real stretch goal. Unless I don't know. I might just put my lucky number that I want to hit as my stretch goal, but if that's just like in my head. It's really about if we hit like Braveheart numbers, then maybe. I got kicked out of my own show 5 times yesterday. Yeah, it's like, but like StreamYard is so easy to use, but it's also not that good. But yeah, no, stretch goals are 100% about Braveheart's numbers or above. So 3,000 plus. Nude covers? No, not at all. Another thing I forgot to mention, this story is actually being used as a pitch deck to a couple of publishers that are open to accepting a superhero story that is close to Invincibles, maybe closer to like it's like whatever is nihilistic. They're looking for that. They're not looking for Superman. They're looking for um, Superman of injustice. They want that like grit because grit sells better to them versus just a straight laced superhero. But the boy, yes, they honestly every network, every company, they're looking for the next the boys. They're looking for the next Invincible, and they're actually looking to produce something on the ground that they can turn around and make into a big thing. So not that I'm jumping on like a trend, but it happened to be the moment I was like, I want to do superheroes. I shot a pitch at a comic book company, and they told me that they were looking for superheroes, but they didn't want to be like the Spider-Man. They were looking for the most like whatever Amazon has or Netflix has. They were looking for something that could be streamlined for a TV show. As I don't agree much about that narrative, I happen to be like, well, the story that I have might work, but they didn't want to take the pitch unless the book was done, or at least enough of it was done to where I could produce like a visual to how it'll look. So this is that. So because of that, I don't have the generic Kickstarter nude covers because one, there's no nudity in this book at all. So, and you know my thing, if my book doesn't have it on the inside, why the hell would it have it on the outside? I know it's like a trend, but it's a dumbass trend on Kickstarter. I've never liked it. So if you don't have it on the interiors, then there's no point of selling it on the exteriors. But that's just me. Apparently, my way of thinking leaves money on the table. Who knows? I don't know. It's just weird to me. I don't want to take that like out of context, but that's just the shit that I don't like. But yeah, so there's no new covers, and as of right now, the stretch goal is just whatever is closer to its cousin, which is going to be Braveheart. I will also say, even though nobody asked yet, this story is also not a part of the Jazzverse. This is not a story that is linked towards Good Blood Money, Dream Match Revolution, Jazz, or even Braveheart. All those stories are all connected in some fashion. This one is its own thing. So do not expect any type of crossover of characters here and there. Also, people just found out today that my entire universe is just like conjoined together. Like we're all part of one big ass story. Which, if you must know, Braveheart Exile is in the distant future away from everything else. Which would be kind of cool to show off the connection. I forget sometimes. It's fine. People forget. People just read the shit, close the shit, put it on the shelves, and go, I can't wait for the next one. And I'll be like, no, go back and read it again. I made connections to everything. Please come back. Please open your eyes. So, no, any more questions? Any more concerns? Things you want to see more of? Things that I may have forgotten? Things that I probably should add? Like I said, I have to add I have to add all the credits, which is just like one more name, because we like Joe the Cup. Joe gets he needs to get his mentions every time. I do remember one question I had prior. Somebody was like, "Where'd you get Gal Titan from?" And I was like, "Oh, it's the most strong woman name I could think of for this type of like stoic superhero." And it leaves it like when you hear Gal Titan, you don't know like what side are you on? Like, are you on what the notion of Gal Titan is to Redgate, or are you on the side of Daria, who is a extreme skeptic of the unknown of superheroes? So it's such a like broad name, like you don't know where she's coming from. or you could choose to believe like the rest of Renegade, like she's just like this every woman type character. So, and that's why I purposely left her out of the examples here because I want her once again. I need her reveal to be like this brand new thing. So I would rather her not show up here at all. Of course, if you want to call this right here is her flying up. You could say that's her, but that's not a good reveal at all. But no, any questions, comments? I will leave them open. My phone's been blaring, so I'm probably getting DM'd about something. Oh, I'm not. I'm getting restacked right now on Substack. Which, by the way, Substack is amazing. That's a really good um like newsletter type website. Really good. I just got a new phone, so I have to re-download Substack. Yeah, no, I stand by Substack. I stand by it. I'm still getting ads for freaking Stellar Blade, bro. I need that game so bad. I need it in my system. This is not the place for this though. Okay. So looking on my phone because I don't think I could pull up the pre-launch numbers without getting out of the screen. But then I'll go to a screen I don't want to show off. So Kill the Idol, Save the Girl is at 102 pre-launch followers. Not the highest that we've had, but I also, just like I said, I just jumped back on advertising this thing, and I've put it into a lot of people's faces in the last 24 hours. So we got like an additional like 20 or something followers. So I'm just going to accept this and move forward. I'm so glad you guys can hear my Discord. It's blowing up. Oh, it's just news about Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball's Universe 3. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm going to assume that there is no more questions. Oh, look, they may have leaked the Grand Theft Auto price. Grand Theft Auto will not. If it costs 100, don't even worry about it. I just do not care. It'll be one of the dumbest things. So okay, if there's no more questions about the campaign, then and I've said everything I can say, then I am looking forward to seeing you guys bright and early tomorrow. Of course, I'll probably launch um because I get up at like 8 o'clock. So I'll probably launch around 8:20, 8:30. And we will just see how this goes. This will be a 30-day campaign. 30-day campaign, the pledge goal of 1,000. And given like I said, given the track of what we've done in the last 2 years, that's kind of like the standard for us. So we're definitely gonna hit that. and more. My only fear is I don't have many big toy campaigns, not campaigns, big toy tiers. I don't have like you can get an additional this that. So I'm really gonna be banking on um, just key people to like so come through. But who knows? Because like I said before, the campaign for Braveheart had almost the same amount of tiers, and yet it did well. So I will go look into that one later. Comic Ken, oh, you showed up just when I was finna get off, man. Now I gotta go through the whole spiel. No, I don't. I'll just make it short. I'll make it short for you, and then you can go back through for yourself, or you can just come on tomorrow morning and just check it out. Superhero book, superhero comic book that looks like this, and then also looks like this, and then looks like Bing Bang Boom. There, I'm not. I won't give you the whole spiel. I won't give it to you because you're just late. All right, go ahead and exit out of that. But we can look together. We are I have proof right there. We're at a solid 102. 102 is not, like I said, it's not a bad number. Not a bad number. Not a bad number at all. No. No. But if you have questions once more about what you've seen, then you can ask. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and I have to restart my computer. It needs to be restarted. It has an update. But I thank you guys for coming through, and I am just eager to see how this turns out. Because this is our very first actual big Kickstarter campaign of 2026. Like our actual no. Is it? Am I tripping? It is. Okay, this is our actual big one. Cause I think Dream Match was last year. So Dream Match was last year. I'm not even sure anymore. Oh well. This is our first big one. And of course it's June of this year that we have our actual first big campaign. So, fingers crossed that the trends fall upon our good fortune. We did get TNT was this year. I feel like Dream Match was last year. It was last year. Dream Match was 100% last year. I remember this now. It was in the fall. I remember this. I don't know how I just somehow remember this. So with this being our first campaign of the year in June, it lets you know that I'm late as fuck. But that's okay because I'm not late. You're just early. That's how I take that. I'll do that. So, damn, where was I going? We did get a Project We Love sticker on Braveheart, so I'm hoping to get another one of those on this book. Who knows? Braveheart did very well for what it was, so I'm hoping to see a return to form. Who knows? I'm very optimistic. I am pessimistic. I am pessimistically optimistic. I'm both. So we'll see. I always get nervous around these campaigns, and then later on, it's like, why was I nervous? I'm good at this shit. So who knows? Okay, well, I got work to do on stuff, so you guys can go on ahead and peace out. Once again, thanks for coming. Comic Ken, go back and watch the last 54 minutes, and then go comment. So. All else, I'll see you guys tomorrow for launch day. Bye.